God, I just want you to, well, first of all, we just want to say thank you. Thank you for waking all us up. Father God, we know your love and your grace and mercy is sufficient enough. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. This is a Legends camp, okay? There are going to be a lot of kids there. The only thing that's going to separate y'all from anybody else is your attitude and how hard you work. We're going to teach y'all how to steal reps today. We came to get all the reps. The reason why we want you guys to learn a little bit about the law is because in most cases, the only time you're going to learn about the law is when you either get in trouble or one of your friends get in trouble or a relative get in trouble, and then they're going to tell you all about the law and what you got to do. But you need to make sure that you know the law for yourself.
So you guys got to really be grateful for the opportunity. A lot of things that you guys haven't realized is that first impressions means a lot. But with this opportunity to speak to you guys now, I want y'all to know this is your only warning. So next time we say something to you, we're going to want to hear yes, sir, no, sir. When we tell you to line up, line up. Get off the bus, get off the bus. You guys got to be accountable.
It's yes, sir, yes, coach, no, sir, no, coach. Everybody understand?
Yes, sir.
Everybody understand?
Yes, sir. Big dog.
All my life, they be trying to keep me down.
Oh, man, you look good, man. As it relates to, you know, our program, and what was the most memorable thing that you remember from your college exposure trip back in the day?
For me, it was that Clemson trip. I remember getting on a bus with, with a bunch of guys that I had no idea who they were, right? Different backgrounds, but I still remember the kids I went on there with today and the relationships that I built during that time. And, the same thing as for me as a player, like I don't miss playing football, right? But I miss the locker room and I miss my guys that I have those relationships with, and even today I'm still texting the guys that are in the league that I play with. But going back to that trip, just the experience I gained with meeting new people, putting myself out there, the competition, competing at the camp, going against guys that were better than me, showing what I needed to work on, and then just the overall atmosphere, surrounding yourself with good people like you yourself, your coaches, and the mentorship and the leadership that you provided to us has still stuck with me today.
But I'm so proud of them, just like I'm gonna be proud of you guys. Okay, no, it doesn't matter which way you go. You notice he said two things I want to bring your attention. When things got tough, he leaned on his faith. He leaned on his faith. Faith will always be there, okay? And then the other thing is when it was all over, said and done, he went to where his calling was at. His calling was in the coaching. He can still thump, I'm pretty sure, but now he won't teach y'all how to thump. You tracking with me? So man, I just want to let you know I'm so proud of you. Dog, love you.
Keep working, bro. Y'all get your minds right. Do what y'all gotta do. Always believe in yourself and work as hard as you can, bro. Y'all can do whatever y'all want in life, bro. Right? Extra. This shit is hard.
And I know for a fact, and they're gonna tell y'all that through their course, it was some times where they had to go this way because their friends was going the other way. You had to be okay with it. And when they got here, they started leaning on each other. That's what you gotta do. You gotta lean on each other. This is the kicker, guys. College life and high school is totally different. When you get to college, they can give you a key. That can be a hotel room, or your dorm room, or your jail cell. It all depends on what you make that key out of, right or wrong. So, how did you prepare yourself when you was in high school to deal with college, not being around your family and handling your business?
So, my parents in the military, so it's all about discipline, hard work, and just getting what you want. And just what you want, you're gonna work hard for what you want. And you're not gonna depend on anybody else. So that's really, for me, And then of course, when you go to college, you're like independent now. So when you get to college, you're on your own. You know, you meet people along the way, but you really, like you were talking about, you really got to surround yourself by people, you know, have the same work ethic as you, have the same drive as you. And if not, I don't want you around me.
They just kind of helped me throughout the way because I wouldn't say necessarily on the wrong path or anything, but I wasn't 110% head on straight. So coming in college was a little bit more difficult for me than a couple other guys, but I eventually got the right attitude, got what I needed to do, and I just understood what it took and what was required for me very, very early on. You get around, I realized that I don't like to be last, I don't like to be in second place. I'm very, very competitive, and everybody around you can tell you I like to be the best at anything I do and everything I do. So that was just something I brought with me into football, into workouts. I wanted people to know I'm here. I wanted people to see me. I knew I had to do what I had to do, and so that's really what helped me now get to where I am right now.
So how did you guys balance doing like schoolwork and college football at the same time?
I'll go first. So I started that actually very, very early on. You need to already understand time management is going to be a friend in college. But my mom instilled education in me at a very, very, very early age. I knew I was going to college with or without athletic scholarship. I knew I had to be in my book. So now in college, it's really, like you said, they hand you the key, you're an adult. You got to handle workouts the same way you handle a quiz or a test or an assignment, anything like that. If you don't give enough effort in the classroom, it's surely going to reflect in the weight room or on the field or anything, because coaches are going to take heed to that. You're not going to get as much playing time, as much burn as you would like. So either you already come there with time management, or you're going to learn really, really soon that you need to have time management.
Yeah, for me, use the people out there. And like when you go to college, they're gonna have tutors, they're gonna have mentors, they're gonna have learning specialists. Use all of those people. Just like how like the coaches, they use you out on the football field, you're gonna have to like use them, like be on to them and make sure like you have the people that are there to support you and your education. So they got people there to help you like do those things and help you kind of learn and kind of find your way in those things, and also like with time management. So just make sure you're using the people that are there.
Check this out, y'all. Y'all notice that these guys are all speaking on the same level of tone. They speaking with their chest. You don't have to lean in and listen. You don't have to look around and say, nah, you go. Nah, you go. Nah, I go. Nah, you go. Nah, they jumping at. These boys skipping reps, and they sitting here together skipping reps. This is the kind of attitude you gotta have. They confident. They belong in the room. You gotta know you belong in the room in everything you do. When you walk in the room, you belong in the room. All these guys with jobs, big time jobs and all that, when we walk in the room, the way I see it, nobody in here did no tour days with me. I own the room.
What is your dream on top of your dream? So what I mean by that is everybody sitting in the room wants to go to a big time college if they can. They all beyond that want to go play in the NFL or see it somewhere. They want to do something. You know, the one thing I try to do when I train and work with kids is to tell them, hey, you're going to make it. You're going to play 4 or 6 years. You're going to make $5-10 million. You're going to be 23 years old. What are you going to do from 23 to 80? So what's your dream on top of the dream?
Yeah, for me, of course, everybody's dreaming to go to the league. So I know I see that in the future for me. But obviously, you got to think about, like you said, you know, life after football, because football doesn't last forever. So I have a lot of dreams for myself. It's just coming down to picking one. I want to be a sport attorney. I probably want to go to law school and get my law degree and become either a sport attorney / sport agent, or one of the two, or both. And then after that, I probably want to get into real estate development or something like that. And then just something to create that generational wealth for me and for my family.
But this is what I like have a passion for, like kids like you guys that are on a mission to do the right thing. So I wanted to take some time. I really want to just ask y'all a question. Everybody here a football player, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you like this: who loves the game? Put your hand up. No. I'm talking about who really loves the game. All right, put your phone up. Put your phone up. Go to your settings. Go to search, and I want you to type in screen time. Now, I want you to look at what app you use the most in your phone. Snapchat. No, don't even. No, this ain't for me. This ain't for me. This is for you. Because every single one of y'all just told me that y'all love the game. So go look in your phone right now and find out what app you use the most and how much time you spend on that app. Now, do I put that amount of time into the thing I just said that I love? Because if you don't, then you're capping right now. You say you love the game, but love is not a thought. Love is an action. So when you really love something, you're gonna put your time into it. Did I say you're gonna put your money into it? They print new money every day. The money's gonna come. You're gonna put your time into it. Why do I say your time?
Just time.
That's the one thing you're never gonna get back. Where you gonna put your hour? Where you gonna put your time every single day to really show the game that you love it? Because you can't lie to the game. You can lie to me, you lie to coach, you lie to your parents, you lie to your coaches, but you can't lie to yourself. You can't lie to the game. So before we left, I had to leave y'all with that. That's something to think about. Somebody right here is gonna take that to heart. And I've been put here to just reach a couple. We're here for a reason. Everybody's here for a purpose, man. Don't let that go in one ear after the other. I'll leave y'all with that.
All right, so we over here at the Miami Hurricane, University of Miami Hurricanes. This is the Legends Camp. You know, we brought 25 kids over here for the camp. These guys getting a lot of work in. You know, it's a prospect camp, so, you know, they can get recruited from Miami, and there's also some other schools here as well. The coaches are Miami Hurricane coaching staff, and they also have some of the players from Miami helping out with the camp. So this is some invaluable training that these guys can get, and they can just take these drills and the tools and the lessons that they learn from this camp, take it back to their school, and sharpen the toolbox.
Whoa! Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believed me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting for it, cause you all cap like. Hold up, I shoot my shot. Wait, hold up. I'm really about to run this. Go up.
You bring kids to a camp like this, they see that the things that we tell them, that's the concrete evidence for them. When they get out there and they see that there's another 40 people at the same position doing the same work and working just as hard, so we tell them when they're not working that somebody else is getting better than them, then they understand it, then they see it. You know, now it's not just words, now it's actions. This trip in particular, coming down to Miami for our first time, is good because this is the second year and the third year with a couple of the kids that have been going to another school with us. So going somewhere different, getting a different viewpoint, learning different things from different coaches, seeing the different aspects and the different cultures is always going to be good for somebody that's, you know, up and coming and these rising adults.
The biggest thing that I take from this is, you know, just giving these kids the opportunity to do something that we didn't have when we were kids. To have the ability to travel throughout Florida, stay at hotels, visit these nice facilities. It allows them to realize that they'll have the opportunity one day to achieve their goals, whether that's to play football at a professional level or that's whether to utilize football to gain education at a collegiate level. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to be a part of the program, and I hope that we just continue to strive and make a difference in these children's lives.
It's so key that we impart these key character aspects into our guys in terms of work ethic, accountability, responsibility, being able to be a man and have confidence. All of those things are so important, and some of that is stuff that you just don't know naturally. Some of that stuff is things that you have to learn, and some of that stuff is things that you are taught. So being able to have a mentorship program like we have for these young guys, those are the tools that are going to go far beyond any sport. Obviously, it's going to help them in sport, but it's going to be so much more than that. These are tools that they're going to use for the rest of their lives. These are tools and character traits that they're going to pass on to their sons one day. So we're just building the foundation of that right now.
Again, I can't say enough about City Streets and what the coaches are doing for the kids. We're trying to give them that mentorship if they don't have it at home, or extra mentorship if they do have it at home. Because I mean, it takes a village to raise us, man. It really does. We talked about drugs. We talk about the things that are out there that can harm them, and it's real, man. Just a small, minute of, one false moment of misguidance, peer pressure from a kid, from a fellow classmate, or something that can cause them their lives, man. So we try to drive on that, try to harp on that.
One thing I really want these kids to understand is that stuff like this it's not given. You got to go out, you got to take it. You always got to work hard for what you want, whether that be anything in life. For me, football, it didn't pan out the way I wanted it to, but I'm working hard for what I want. I'm going after my goals, my aspirations, the dream beyond my dream. And so I want all you guys to understand that nothing's given, and I hope these trips to FAU and to Miami, you guys see what is in store for guys that put everything they've got into it. So just always work hard for whatever you want in life, and you'll get it.
Yeah, well, one of the major lessons as it relates to city streets and these kids is just not being pressured and being a leader and not feeling you need to do things just because other people do them. You know what I'm saying? As it relates to drugs, too much alcohol, just getting into trouble, just being a leader and not being influenced by other kids. Because that's one of the things, kids fall victim to being influenced. So if that's one of the main lessons, I would want all these kids to learn from city streets and student athletes, not be influenced and be a leader and not a follower.
Yeah, I know one thing. We brought some coaches out here these are high-level coaches. I'm talking about these guys are the best of the best. And I can't say enough for all the coaches and our supporters and, all our sponsors for just making this trip, just a lifelong memory for some of these kids, man. I get choked up from all the guest speakers and the former kids that came out, spoke at our dinner last night, and I'm talking about, man, it's phenomenal what happened over the last 2 days. So we just blessed to be in a position that we can be a part of the village. Yeah, we ain't got but one speed, and that's wide open. And everything we do in life, wide open.